Here we have the 4-hour price chart for Palantir Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker PLTR. Here we can see that the stock itself is trading much higher with a very strong start to the week. This was largely in line with our expectations. I've left all of the prior trend markings and highlighted areas here in place so that we can see that these prior projections are turning out to be incredibly accurate. To start this week, we can see that the share price itself is trading higher. If you look at these candles individually, it might not seem that these moves are very impressive, but we're going to explain in this video why exactly that's not really the case. Um, with these moves, we will need to start to develop some new trading plans going forward because it can be quite difficult to trade a stock once it's trading at all-time highs like this. There's essentially no resistance levels to the top side. By definition, that's what an all-time high would mean. This can complicate matters and it can make things much more difficult because it can be very easy to buy in at these upper levels and to sort of get into a trade as it's ready to start to make a corrective downside price movement. So we need to look at some clearly defined levels so that we don't get caught long in the wrong areas. In particular, we do want to point out that the prior projections have turned out to be extremely accurate. Last week we did see some holiday thinned trading conditions. The 4th of July holiday closed markets completely on Thursday. And when you see a holiday like that, especially during the summer, it's quite often that you see many buy and sell orders pulled out of the market and not reintroduced into the market until the following Monday. So what this means really is that you can have a period of holiday thinned trading conditions which can have some abnormal effects on share prices themselves. You can see strong breakouts because there's an increased potential for volatility, or you can also just see more of a flatlining price movement because there just simply aren't many orders there that are currently open. So here, as we can see, as markets have returned to trading and we're now trading back at full strength, we can see that, the market decision has been made here. What we were calling for essentially was a break of this prior 2750 level, which would have been the prior all-time high. This is significant for many different reasons. One is the fact that, prior to this, the dominant trend move would have been defined as the February 1st low, which came in at just above $16.03. And then this extends to the all-time high for the stock, which was posted on March 7th at $27.50. So prior to today, this would have been the most influential price trend move. Normally, when I look at moves like this, I tend to say that the move remains valid and dominant until it either retraces itself or sees a breakout to the top side. So we would either need to see this move fully retrace itself back toward the $16 level, number one, or number two, we would need to see a break of these highs at 2750. So clearly, the latter option here is what occurred. We did see a break of that level. Currently we can, this is, significant for a lot of reasons, but we can essentially, forget about this price move as being the most dominant trend move for the stock. It doesn't mean you forget about these things completely, but, it's no longer the dominant trend move. Currently, what we're seeing here is a bit of a two-way price action here. We've got a bit of a hammer, bearish candle, hammer formation, which is developing here at these upper levels. But we have recovered a lot of those initial losses, and we are trading back toward the stock highs. Currently, we're seeing price highs coming in at $27.99. What we'll really be looking for here is to see whether or not we are able to maintain a close above these price highs from March 7th. So as long as we can close above here on a daily basis, I would continue to be encouraged by this upside trend move. It has been quite forceful, and we do have to keep in mind the fact that the stock is currently in overbought territory here. This is a little bit of a concern. This does suggest that we could see some downside corrective price movements. Not would not be surprising at all, because this has been a forceful move to the top side. We can kind of draw this out here just to get a sense of where the current trend move has taken us. Currently, we are trading above the entire exponential moving average cluster, which is a bullish sign. And overall, the indicator reading here does show that there is positive momentum that characterizes this price action. So, overall, even though we're seeing the indicator reading itself move into overbought territory, and that is a bit of a warning signal. But it's important to remember that any asset is capable of trading in overbought territory for an extended period of time, as long as the underlying trend momentum remains in line with that same direction. So here that is the case. Here we're seeing that we are in overbought territory, but at the same time, the underlying trend momentum remains strongly positive. I mean, this is a pretty good looking indicator reading here. And if we look back to the past here, we can see that the stock has been able to sustain itself in overbought territory that has been seen to even larger degrees. So if we go back to the February 8 trading session, we can see that the share price forced the relative strength index into levels close to 87, which is extremely high. The 90 level is considered to be extremely overbought. And we stayed here for several trading sessions, and we continued to move higher. The stock actually posted its all-time high not long after that overbought indicator reading. So, we do have to keep all of these factors in mind. Some people are going to be pointing to, this overbought condition as a possible reason to start selling the stock. It's fair enough. It's a fair enough point because we are trading, at extremely elevated levels. We're at an all-time high here. But overall, there are enough other indicators here, supportive indicators here, to suggest the potential for PLTR to continue moving higher. All of that said, I would not be surprised to see a bit of a downside retracement here. If you're not currently long the stock, I would probably be waiting for a break back toward roughly 26.50 as a possible price zone to establish new long positions. We didn't actually see that price level trade today. Let's see what the actual price level for today was, 26.85. But I do expect to see an opportunity to make a purchase here at roughly 26.50, 26.60 relatively soon. Going forward here, I do expect to see a bit of a downside correction here. And any downside corrections from here might be enough to allow the indicator reading to roll over out of overbought territory. So overall, I'm maintaining a bullish stance here. I'm currently long the stock. I expect to see further all-time highs posted here, but do be prepared for a bit of a corrective retracement to the downside because there are a couple of signals that are pointing in that direction. Here is the current market analysis for Palantir Technologies Incorporated, stock ticker PLTR.